This is Beach Talk Radio.
Good morning, Mr. and Mrs. America, and all ships at sea. This is your captain speaking, Mean Gene. Mean Gene. The following will be a test of the ship's whistle, the sonar alarm, the cable alarm, and the atomic attack alarm.
Ladies and gentlemen, broadcasting live from the Margaritaville Terrace on Fort Myers Beach, 100 feet from the Gulf of America. Here are your award-winning social media superstars, the hosts of Beach Talk Radio, Kim and Ed Ryan.
Very nice. Very nice. Thank you all. Thank you all for coming to Margaritaville today. I've got some splaining to do. Let's see what I did there. The first thing is I appreciate that we have some of our regulars back here because they know when to applaud. We haven't trained the people in Cape Coral yet on when to applaud. So after the after the intro plays in Cape Coral, it's nothing but complete silence. So you have to go like this so that they applaud on Friday night. Kim is not here today again because, you know, she would rather be with a 10-day-old baby. Our grandson is now about 10 days old. So she came to do the boat around with Chris King and Curtis, and they did a great job showing off the mooring field. And so she's decided that she wants to spend more time with the baby than she does with me. She stays at Jillian's house now too. So
wow.
Yeah, I've learned how to live alone with 3 dogs, and that's
I kind of have too.
Yeah, that's right. Your wife's been in Africa for the last month.
Yeah.
So everything is going great with the baby. And the other thing I wanted to mention was we're at about $30,000, almost $30,000 raised for the VFW so far. You guys out there are amazing. And so I say 30,000, which means we have the $25,000 match check that somebody nicely donated to us. And if you didn't hear the story, we announced that we were going to do this fundraiser, this mother of all raffles. And then I was driving home from the beach one day, and it just got a random phone call from a gentleman that lives on Estero Boulevard, and he said he wanted to match the donations up to $25,000. He goes, let me stop at $25,000. Because I don't really know how much you're going to raise. And I thought, yeah, right, we're going to raise $25,000. And then the donations, one lady sent in a check for $10,000. And I mean, it's just been mostly $50 and $100 at a time. And so tomorrow's show will be at the VFW with the mayor and Will, who is the town manager, will also be there. He's a veteran. And if you want to come to the show tomorrow, it's open to the public. There's a bar there. Root Shrimp is going to be serving food. With the proceeds going to be given to the VFW, so it's going to be a great day tomorrow. It's clearly going to be over 50,000, which is nice. And Tony, who is from the VFW, is scheduled to be here at 11:30, so he can kind of give everybody some background on how this situation came to where it is now. So go ahead. You want to say something?
Amazing.
Okay. And the last thing I want to explain to everybody, because people have been commenting about how not one winner should win the raffle. What you don't realize is that when you start a fundraiser like this and you ask people for raffles, you don't realize that you're going to get more than one thing. So at the beginning of the raffle, I said it's going to be $50, and whoever we pull one name out, and that person wins everything that's in the bucket. And so it turned out we got like 3 weekend stays, and it's like, I don't know, $5,000 to $10,000 worth of prizes. It's something that somebody is going to have for years, or they're going to have a lot of friends that come down and join them. And I can't change the rules now. It's not like I could say all of a sudden that I'm going to. You're just not allowed to change the rules when you start something like that. And the people that bought the raffle ticket at the beginning might have been buying the raffle ticket at the beginning because they thought they were going to win it all. So if I pull a name out of the hat tomorrow and the person is there or the person is watching and the person says, I'll take this, you can go put the rest of the stuff back in and start pulling names out. That's a different story. If the winner wants to do that, that's fine. But I can't just randomly change the rules of a contest like that. It's just not, it's not the right thing to do. It's kind of like taking the town's logo and putting it on your campaign sign. It's just not the right thing to do. Not that anyone would do that.
No, I don't know who would do that.
Yes. So I want to thank you. Ed Schoonover is here filling in. As you can see, he's going to be very helpful today.
Yes, I can't wait to be helpful.
Yes. So Ed is on his way to Spain on Monday.
Yes, sir.
What's going on in Spain?
I'm meeting my wife in Spain.
He's not doing as good as you. At least you said something last week.
That's right. No, I'm going to meet my wife in Spain and take a cruise ship back to Miami.
And your wife is in Africa, so she's flying to Spain.
Yes, sir. Yep.
How much money do you have?
You'd have to ask her.
Yeah. So, and your wife is in Africa because she likes to do mission work and build
She's doing
schools.
mission work. She's with one of our neighbors. They were visiting chimpanzees.
Really?
Where Jane Goodall used to do a bunch of her research and stuff like that, and they had a wonderful experience from what I understand so far.
Did Jean Goodall recently pass away?
She did.
Yes.
Yep. So they didn't meet her.
No, she wasn't there this time.
No, she wasn't.
Yeah. By the way, speaking of people who passed away, Mike Greenwell's service is today at the JetBlue Park, and I'm sure it's going to be a gigantic crowd. Mike passed away last week at 62 years old of cancer.
Wow.
He was a Lee County representative, and I ran into the mayor this morning. He's going to the celebration of life of Mike Greenwell, and I'm sure it's going to be a huge crowd out there. He's a Hall of Fame Boston Red Sox player. He lived down here, I think, in Alva, and he's been a county representative for, I don't know, 3 or 4 years. He just got recently reelected.
I think that's JetBlue.
JetBlue. Did I say something wrong?
I don't think you said where it was at.
JetBlue Stadium, yes. So, all right. So let's get to our first two guests. We're here to talk about I couldn't believe when I heard it's 75 years. 75 years of the Art Association. So Julie Nussbaum is the president of the Art Association, and Susan come on up together. And a big hand for our first guest. We're going to talk about, I love art. There's our friend Jim Murley from EIBC and his family. Brought all his family down. Good to see you guys. How are you? EIBC is on the road to recovery. Hopefully they'll break ground soon after they go through all the permitting and designing, and that's going to be right next to Diamond Head. They're rebuilding over there too. By the way, I was driving down Estero Boulevard, and the houses look spectacular. The rebuild of the houses, if you just go down Estero Boulevard and you see all the houses that are going up, it really is coming along nice. I say that every week, but every week, I mean, and I'm watching the 7-Elevens go up like they're flowers coming out of the ground in the summer, right next to the Whale. And we saw Dawn this morning. The Whale's grand opening is in like 2 or 3 weeks. It's crazy how things are coming along. So, Julie, why don't you tell us how you're doing, and welcome back from Wisconsin. And I'll let you tell us about Susan too.
Okay, thank you. Hello, everybody. We're celebrating the 75th year of Fort Myers Beach Art Association. And we started on the beach in 1951 and had a tiki hut.
I'm going to be a ping, and I just want everybody to be able to hear
Is that
you.
better?
Yes, perfect. Nice and straight. There you go.
So this is something that is near and dear to our hearts. And right now we're struggling to rebuild. We're still doing some fundraising and so forth. But we've leased a space over in Cypress Square and corner of Cypress and McGregor. And we have that for 3 years, and we're building back, and we have lots of new members. It's very exciting. We have a wonderful season coming up. We have plenty of activities for everybody and lots of fun events. This one is the 75-year celebration. We're going to have music, live music. We have a nice cake and some hors d'oeuvres and lots of things going on that day. We have our new mini masters, which everybody on the beach are familiar with. And we paint those. They're donated by our artists. And those will be unveiled at this. And we also have a show called Celebration, which is a new show that was just put up or will be put up in the next week or so, right? And then Susan Lance is our gallery manager. Fabulous. She does take care of everything. She and her husband have done wonderful things to get us up and running there. It's a space that we're leasing, and it really was just a big box with some lighting, and they've helped put the kitchen and so forth together and get the gallery ready and all kinds of things. So, Susan, what would you like to add? She's fabulous.
Now, Susan, how did you come to the Art Association?
Well, I visited the old gallery, and I joined just prior to Hurricane Ian. Unfortunately, I'd only got to visit the gallery twice, but I joined after about the same time, and we had our temporary space at the Congregational Church at the Fellowship Hall,
Right.
and it was wonderful meeting with all of the artists and doing collaborations, but we didn't get the opportunity to see all the art on the walls. So I had been bugging them for about a year. Can we have another gallery, even though it's a small space, temporary?
Mhm.
And so I was fortunate to convince them. So we have the place in Cypress Square now, right, with all the restaurants. And it's a smaller space, but we change the artwork around every 4 to 6 weeks. We're going to have a ton of workshops. We have lunch and learns on Saturdays. Today we're doing a presentation by one of our awesome watercolorists, Cheryl Fausel.
Oh, I love watercolor.
Well, you've
Yeah.
met Cheryl. She had
Yes.
donated some art to us
Yes.
when we did the sale here. And so she's going to be doing a demonstration and talk today
Oh, okay, where? At the
at the gallery.
At
Okay.
the gallery.
Yes. And so, how long have you been married to your husband here?
7 years.
7 years.
We got
Very
married
nice.
at the Tween Waters Inn.
and that's in Captiva.
Correct.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're originally from Jersey.
Yeah. How did you guys meet?
Well, that's a crazy story, but we worked together. This is the second time around.
Oh, you were married to him once before.
Well, we were dated once before.
And
you
then
know.
you got married to different people.
Yep.
and-
I took him and his wife out on their honeymoon.
Wow.
Well, let's hear this story.
This is going to be good.
This might
So-
take the
Well,
whole
we
hour.
remained friends,
Yeah.
and he
When you
got
say-
married.
When you say you took them out on their honeymoon, where did you take them?
We were in Las Vegas. I took him to a burlesque show and dinner.
Right. Is that a nudie show or is that?
Well, it was pretty nude.
Yeah. Very interesting. What was the conversation like at the nudie show?
Well, I don't know. That was in the 90s. God knows. I
Oh, in
can't
the
remember
90s.
that.
Yes. And so, were you married at the time or?
No, I was with somebody else at
Yes.
the time.
Did you wind up getting married or did you dump that
Well,
guy?
I met Tom the first time when I had just gotten divorced from my first husband.
Okay.
Long time ago.
Gotcha.
And then
so-
we, our paths kept crossing and,
right.
but then he got married and had kids. And then our paths ran into each other about 16 years ago. And we've been together ever since.
How did your path run into each other 16 years ago? What were you doing?
We have mutual friends, and he friended me on Facebook.
Oh, that did it right
That
there.
does
Yeah.
it every
That did
time.
it right there.
Yeah.
People try to do that with me all the time, and I refuse.
Hey, you never know.
So 16 years ago you met, 7 years ago you got married, and now
Correct.
happily ever after.
Hopefully,
Yes.
my sister's anniversary is today,
Hopefully, she
25
said.
years. And she said to me, will you ever get to 25 years? I said, oh, I'll probably be dead by then.
Yeah, I say that all the time. Not
Yeah.
about you, but about me. And Julie, how did you meet Dave again?
Well,
At the cheese factory in Wisconsin?
no, we were in high school together.
Oh,
We
you-
had lockers side by side. We went off to
Wow.
college. He dated, I dated some different people.
Yes.
Got back together eventually, and here we are, 53 years later.
Wow.
53
I
years
know.
later.
They
Have
didn't
you,
have
Woohoo!
Facebook back then, Dave.
Julie, have you ever taken Dave to a nudie show in Las Vegas?
We've gone to some. I
Really?
don't think I took him. I think he took me.
Right.
Wow.
Okay, Dave.
I really didn't know what I was
It's
getting
funny
into
you didn't
here.
bring that up last week, Dave. So next time
You,
you're on.
you didn't ask.
Interesting. So, why are you guys here again? Oh no, I'm kidding. So the
Yeah.
75th anniversary of the. I can't believe, Julie, it's been 75 years. It's crazy. It's been
Yeah.
75 years. So
yeah, 1950s, beach hippies started to paint on the beach.
Yep.
The women's club helped us out a lot.
They did.
Back in the
Yep.
day,
Yep.
arranging classes and whatnot. And then we were formed in 1951. And so, we always have the beach spirit in us, regardless that we're not currently on the beach,
Right.
but we enjoy the beach vibe.
And for anyone that doesn't know, you did have a building, a beautiful building, and the name of the street escapes me.
Denora.
Denora.
Run Denora.
And unfortunately, the building was destroyed in the storm.
It
and
was, yes.
It was eventually demolished. Now it's a piece of property, which I think is for sale. Or is it not for
No,
sale? Oh, not yet.
Not at all. Not at this point. We have no idea what the future holds.
Gotcha.
We're working on it, and our heart is here, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Yeah, I mean it's a lot of money to rebuild on Fort Myers Beach, and when you're a 501c3, it's just 100 times harder.
It is.
Because you have to do it with raising money, and raising money. Everybody's raising money.
They are.
Especially when you're trying to rebuild. I know. Speaking of the women's club, they lost their building, and they're kicking off a campaign. I think it's November 6th or 7th. They're going to get in a capital campaign to try and rebuild their building. So it's while the beach is recovering, it's harder for a 501c3 to try and put a building back together. But you guys have the location on McGregor, and it seems to be going well there.
Yeah, we're resilient, and we're enjoying our small space. It's right by many of the restaurants: Prawn Brokers, Bellini's, sushi,
Speckled egg.
Speckled egg. Blue sushi. Blue sushi.
Pickled egg.
Speckled egg. Yeah.
Go ahead, ask a
I
question.
actually have one. Yeah. Have you had any offers from any developers in Fort Myers Beach that maybe will offer you some space?
We've looked, but there isn't a lot. We are looking for something that would be on the second floor. We don't want to lose all of our art and stuff again.
Sure.
And there's a lot of new things happening at Times Square. There's a lot of new prospects. We'll keep looking. We'll keep thinking about it. And we own our property on Denora, so we don't know. We just don't know yet. We'll wait and see.
Right.
We're
And
hopeful.
Somebody could buy the I don't know that it'll ever happen, the Mr. Tequila strip mall from the parking Nazi, and then you never know, there might be facilities over there that you can move into. But I mean, maybe 5 years from now things are different, right? You guys will still be together. Is it like a year-to-year lease that you have at McGregor? And
we have a 3-year lease.
Oh, very
currently.
cool. Right. And how hard or easy is it to get people from the beach to go there and enjoy the fabulous art?
Well, I mean,
It's
everybody's
easy.
got to come off the island at some point.
Really, it's like convincing people to leave the island is
I need
sometimes
GPS when I do that.
We did our Cape Coral show a couple weeks ago, and I walked in, and he was sitting at the bar, and I thought the world was coming to an end, because that's talk about leaving the beach. For somebody from the beach to go to Cape Coral is like crazy.
It was
So-
painful.
Well,
San Carlos to McGregor, it's not that far.
No, it's
off
not
the
that far
beach.
at all.
No, and they talk about the all of the traffic and stuff here, but you go to Cape Coral, you go
Oh,
anywhere
yeah.
during high season, the traffic is bad wherever you go.
Yes.
So, and we've always had traffic on the island, so it's just a part of it. And we had over 200 members at one time before road construction first, and then COVID, and then Ian. So it's been kind of one after another events that have really made it difficult for us.
Well, that being said, our membership has increased so much in the last several months because we've finally reopened a gallery.
Right.
So we're at like 144 members right now, and I think we were as low as 78.
Yep, we
Yeah.
were low for a while when we were at the church, and that was right after Ian. It's a building process, and we're getting a lot of people from Fort Myers and from Cape Coral, from not as many from the beach. A lot of our artists have moved on. They're not rebuilding or whatever, but we're there, and as a group, we're still close, and we have a lot of the same friends and same artists that are working out of that gallery.
How
So
do people join the group?
They can either come into the gallery and visit us, or we have an excellent website,
FortMyersBeachArt.com.
Thank you. Sorry.
FortMyersBeachArt.com.
And how much is a membership?
$75.
And that's for the year.
Correct.
So, I mean, even if you become a member, it's basically, even if you never go, you're supporting the Art Association by becoming a member. And that's an easy thing to do for $75 a year. So, what is the money that you use, like, for the memberships? Does it help pay the rent? Is it, I mean, what is the, how do you, and then it's fundraising after that, right? That you have to do.
Exactly. We have, money we collect from donations go for our rebuilding fund, or from our scholarship fund that we support Cypress Lakes High School with their art show every year. And we were doing some stuff with the school here.
Right.
We also have, we have expenses to pay, but, a lot of the money that we have also helps us cover our expenses, because, the money sits in the bank, grows a little bit of interest, and that covers our expenses as well, rent and whatnot. And we do workshops, and we have some artists, external from the area artists, come in to paint. Sometimes they require a fee and expenses. We have to cover that as well.
And Julie, when we were lucky enough to stay at your beautiful cabin on Lake Loon, right?
Loon Lake
in Wisconsin. your upper, I think it was in your upper attic area, you had all your paint stuff out because you
Yeah,
paint
I have
too.
a studio above the
But
garage.
like you're like a world-class painter. Like
Yeah,
your
yeah,
stuff has been
you got it
sold.
right.
People have bought your paintings, right?
They do buy them sometimes, but
Yeah.
not world class.
Yeah.
But thank you for saying that,
Yes.
Ed.
I mean, where can people see some of your stuff?
Mostly at the gallery when we have shows, or we've got a couple shows now this season that are going to be in Cape Coral, and we have one at the Presbyterian, no, not the Presbyterian Church, the Bonita Springs Arts Building.
Mhm.
So those are this season, and then next year we really hope to have all of our shows that are juried and judged in our gallery, so that we draw people into our space to see all of that. And I usually enter something. Yeah.
We also have our artwork at the local library down here. We have
Right.
several
Cool.
of our artists show our artwork on several walls at the library. And we do sell greeting cards at the Islander as well. Many of our artists
Mhm.
have greeting cards, and the Islander is kind enough to have our greeting cards there.
And the Islander is in Santini Plaza, everybody. If
Yep.
if you're
And
not
Anita
aware of that.
has been really
Yes,
good.
she's
He's
awesome.
helped us out a
Yes.
lot. Yep.
And he's a little embarrassed. He didn't want me to ask you guys this, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. Ed wants to get something special for his wife. How long have you guys been married, Ed?
10 years.
10 years?
Yes, sir.
That's it?
That's it.
Oh, I thought it was longer than
Well,
that.
my story is a lot like theirs without the strip club.
Yeah, well,
Not a strip club.
the reason he's saying that is because he would like to get a very special painting for Janelle, and he would like to know if anyone in your club can paint him naked for her.
God.
Is that something you have
Of
artists?
course, we have artists who do very professional work.
Yes.
And if you're serious, we can hook you
Yes.
up with somebody who
He would like it to be a guy that paints him naked.
I see.
I don't know why
Yeah.
he wants that, but
It's
don't know.
always torturous to come on this show. Wow.
Well, Ed, too, all of my artwork are of nudes. They happen to
Yes.
be mostly birds,
yes.
lizards, but they're all nude.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
yeah, animal art. Yeah. Discovery Channel art. Yeah.
I actually want to see a picture of a nude bird. I don't know how that would be any different than a clothed bird, to be honest with you. So
Big Bird didn't even wear clothes.
he didn't.
No, I don't think Big Bird. Wasn't Big Bird a girl?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
that. All I know is that we're losing.
As long
all
as
of
you're
our-
making
Didn't he wear
stuff up, you
socks?
might as well make some more stuff.
Didn't he wear socks, red and white
Big Bird,
striped
he
socks?
might have. I don't
Oh,
know.
this show's going off the rails.
I liked
real quick.
Oscar.
So what is what? Tell us again. What are some of the details about the event? And it's Saturday, November
Go ahead.
1st at the McGregor Gallery. And what can people expect when they get there?
So the event is from 3 to 7. We're going to have live music. As Julie said, we're going to have all beautiful new artwork on the walls. We're going to have what we call mini masters, which are small 8x10s that are donated by each artist. And they're only $20 for a beautiful 8x10 piece of art. We're going to have refreshments, including alcoholic beverages.
That's good for people from the beach.
And snacks.
Big round of applause from our
Yeah.
drunk audience.
Yeah, so it's going to be a fun event.
Awesome. And that's Saturday, November 1st from 3 to 7. It's a perfect time. And it's 13451 McGregor Boulevard, unit number 1. And if you can't make it, please go to FortMyersBeachArt.com. Are you a member?
Not yet, but
I expect you to be a member
right
by the
after
end of
this
this
show.
day.
Yep.
And you can also, is that scan code there for people that they could learn more about the event or become a member?
it's for our website. Correct.
It's
It'll
Learn
get you
more
to the
about
website.
the event.
All right. If it gets you to the website, then you can figure out how to sign up from there. Please support the Fort Myers Beach Art Association, 75 years. And who knows, maybe a few years from now, you'll be back on the island. Yes.
let's hope so.
It's our
you.
hope.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Yes.
Be
Great
great.
to see all the, you're seeing all the churches reopen now. And I know I talked to another one of the churches that they're getting ready to move back into their place next weekend. And so hopefully all the 501c3s will get their buildings built back up too and get back in action. They're still doing all the work. All of them.
We hope.
So
Well, thank you very much. for
anything
having
else
us.
you want to tell
No, I
us?
think
You wanna
we've covered
share?
it all, and we appreciate you having us on the show. This makes a big difference to us, and we just need the support of the island and everybody out there who enjoys art. I think the island deserves a nice place to go, and it's good for tourism. It's good for everybody. So we're very hopeful.
Yes.
All right.
Big
Thank
hand
you.
for our friends from the Fort Myers Beach Art Association. Yep, you want to turn them that way. Perfect. All right. Before we get to our next guest, I'm going to invite Drew up without telling him that he was coming up because we can always use an update on the Shrimp Festival, except for he feels like he's really out of uniform because he doesn't have his chicken hat on his shrimp hat on.
Shrimp hat, yeah.
But Drew is in the audience with his lovely wife, and there's never a bad time to get an update on the Shrimp Festival. You're good. What's the latest on how things are coming along?
Things are coming along great. Maybe one of the things to say too, this week we have another sponsor. The Whale is a silver sponsor for us, so we're really excited to work with them again this year. They've been a big part of the festival in years past, so we're super excited. So we're just getting that rolling. So not a lot to say there yet, except they're it's official. So
awesome.
Yeah, so it's wonderful. We love them.
And as Dawn says, she never says no to anything. Every time somebody asks her to sponsor something, she always says yes. So the Shrimp Festival for 2026 is March
7th and 8th.
And that includes pretty much everything it did last year, the parade, the run.
Right.
You got the kids run, which is on a different day.
Kids run on the 28th, so the week before, like we do, and it's going to involve Margaritaville, Pirates and Parrots. Got a lot of things going on. We got VIP tents for the parade this year. On the 7th, we got a lot more going on, and then we'll see what we can work out with the Whale to do something a little extra on the Sunday.
Where are the VIP tents going to be, and can people buy tickets for that now?
So the VIP tent is kind of for our sponsors and VIPs. At the moment, we may do tickets later, so stay tuned. But it's going to be a big tent right at the library, right in that library parking lot.
Perfect spot to watch a parade. Yep.
Yeah, we've got some exciting folks lined up. Badass Coffee is going to help us out, put their awesome van right there. So we'll have some good drinks for the VIPs, and then we'll have another secret food cart that we've got from Fort Myers is going to be down there too.
A food cart, you said?
Yeah. So a food truck.
Okay.
So secret TBD. Working out the details there, but it's pretty
always
awesome.
Got to check with your wife to make sure you don't let the secret out before time. So, any new news or updated news on the shrimp eating contest? Have we locked that down yet?
No news on that. So we'll still be looking for eaters and sponsors for the eaters as we get up closer to it. We'll look to do that at the Bayside Park this year too. So that brings people back for our vendors with the vendor expo. But we'll see about having some special. We're trying to work out a special event for the winner, right? We never in the past it's just kind of been a hey, here's your award, yay! But maybe we can do something a little bit more exciting.
Like what did you have in mind? Maybe like a nudie show in Las Vegas or something?
Yeah, burlesque. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Well, I mean, there is that place opening right off the beach. Right?
I don't know what you're talking about. Big brick building.
No, but I was thinking, something like at the Whale, do like an event that celebrates, just do something at one of the local bars. You do something
make
exciting.
them like the king for the day or the queen for the day. They're walking around with
no kings today. There's no kings.
No
You
kings.
had to
Yeah,
bring
that's
that
right.
up.
Yeah.
It's not a national podcast. I got to tell you about that. One time we were driving down 41 a couple weeks ago or a month ago or so. They had this thing where they were all out protesting, which is fine. And all we did was we didn't say anything. We just took a video of it. It was like a 30-second video. Didn't say anything. And we posted it on our page. And right away, everybody thought we were taking their side. It was right after we left the celebration in Cape Coral where they put all the flags at the park for, I think it was, they took them down in September. It might have been a Flag Day or something. I'm lose track of everything when I get old. So we did that. And then we took a video of that. And people lose their minds when stuff like this comes up. It's like, you're a liberal, unfollowing your page. It's like, oh, we did.
There's no middle ground in these
and you know what? They were being fine. They weren't being obnoxious. They were just protesting. I mean, whatever. But you had to bring that up, right? Because I had no intention to bring that up. Did you bring your sign?
I don't attend such things. I'm not a liberal either.
Anyway, so the shrimp eating contest will be at Bayside Park this year. If somebody wants to sponsor it, they should reach out to you guys now, right? You want to try to get that wrapped up soon, right?
Well, I think so. There's so for eaters, we've got a little bit of time. We just turned in the permit, so we're working through those details too. So there's still a lot of legwork to do.
If people, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Mm-hmm. If people still want to be in the parade, what do they do?
Yeah, so there's definitely go to the website or the Facebook page. We've got links there for how to sign up. For anything for pageant, for parade, and for being in the vendor expo
and volunteers.
Yeah, so we'll publish that later, so we'll get a list and we'll do a sign up genius sort of thing too.
Yep.
And yeah, just reach out, hit us up on the Facebook
Is
page.
there just like, is there a specific website you have, or can you just Google Shrimp Fest
It'll
Fort
come
Myers
up.
Beach and it
Yeah,
comes up?
it'll come up.
Yeah, there's it'll come up. There's a Fort Myers Beach shrimpfestival.com page is there. We're doing some work on it. It should be back up today, but it's been offline for a few days as we get it tuned up
Cool.
with all the new dates.
Yeah, and the more people that get in the parade, the better. If there's bands that are going to be in the parade, you think high school bands?
Yeah.
Those are the best.
That's been some back and forth. We had some good feedback. We found the right folks to talk to
Cool.
in Lee County, so we're hopeful. But yeah, we're
Awesome.
reaching out for bands. But definitely, music in the parade is fantastic.
Yeah.
So people want to be on it. You've got a band and you've got a trailer that you can hop on and play music down. Do it. Come on down.
Never leave home without your shrimp hat in case you get called onto the show. So, and they do have brand new.
I've learned my lesson.
They do have brand new shrimp hats this year that will be for sale, and I'm guessing you're going to display those on the website, and you'll bring those on next time you're on the show. We sell a ton of those hats. The best part about me helping out selling the hats on Shrimp Festival Day is I start at the parade in the morning, and you sell a few when people are coming by on the parade. They see Kim and I are wearing them. They want to buy a hat. They want to act
They get
goofy.
excited.
As the day goes along and the people get drunker, we sell out of them like bags and bags of the hats.
Did you sell it right off of your head last year?
I
You walked
sold
by?
one. We were at Wahoo Willie's, and we didn't have enough of them at Wahoo Willie's, because people are in from out of town, and they want to take pictures with the hats on and the whole thing. And then I'm sure when they wake up the next day, they're all laying
What
around
the
the
heck is that
rental
doing?
with these hats on, and they're thinking, what the hell? That's really the only day you could wear it, unless you're all going to sit out in the backyard drinking, thinking there's a reason to wear it other than
Come down
that day.
for like Parrot Fest down here too, where the people
Yeah,
get some crazy
all right.
hats going
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
You put a shrimp on your head any time of the year. What's going on?
That's right.
What do you mean?
All right, big hand for Drew from the Lions
Thank you.
Club. And what number is it again? 47th? Is it the 47th, 46th?
So
68?
yeah, 1958.
Yeah, the damn
was the first
storms.
time.
The damn storms threw everything for a loop in there. So the Shrimp Festival, go to the website. You can volunteer for to be a volunteer. You can sign up for the parade. You can sign up for. There's so many different things going on. It's one of the biggest days here on Fort Myers Beach. And speaking of volunteers, the sand sculpting competition, the championships are next month, and they need 600 volunteers to pull that event off. So if you have not signed up to be a volunteer, they have people that they have at the registration table. They have people that are helping out all through the 4 or 5 days that they do these, and they have a much bigger event this year than they had last year. The chamber puts on the event, and it was at Diamond Head last year, but they're expanding from Diamond Head all the way to the end of the EIBC property. So there's going to be more activities, more vendors, and the need for more volunteers. If you go to our website, beachtalkradionews.com, one of the stories has the link to become a volunteer. They need 600 volunteers throughout those 4 or 5 days to make that event a success. So if you have some time to spare, please do it. You can also park at the EIBC parking lot, and that will be a fundraiser for the Women's Club, and that's a perfect spot to park for the Sandsco. It's probably going to be the last year you can park there because they're going to get ready to break ground next year, at least for this event. All right, before we get to our final guest, Ed, do you need a bathroom break because you've been pounding those ultras since the show started here. You've been drinking that water.
I'm good.
I do want to tell you about a grand opening celebration that's happening on October the 25th, and that is Marina Cantina Tin Tiki. It officially opened on October the 15th at Salty Sam's Marina, which is right across the street-ish from that big block building when you get to the end of the third traffic light on the base of the bridge. They're having a big grand opening celebration on October 25th with live music. Bob FM will be there, huh? Bob FM. Is that the station that plays anything? Bob?
I don't listen to Bob FM. Is that the station you're on every once in a while?
No, that's Fox News.
Fox News.
Yeah. No, Bob FM, I think, plays everything. Like you can hear a Led Zeppelin song followed by Taylor Swift. That's the kind of thing that I think Bob FM is. I could be wrong. They have waterfront views and classic Fort Myers Beach charm. They're open 7 days a week, starting at 3 o'clock to 9 o'clock Monday through Friday, noon to 10 on Saturday and Sunday. Come by boat or by car. There's plenty of free parking and dockage right at Salty Sam's Marina. It's the grand reopening of that building, but a brand new name, Marina Cantina Tintiki. Another new business opens up on Fort Myers Beach. We're happy for them, and we appreciate them being a sponsor. Our final guest today, Tony, come on down. Tony is the quartermaster at the VFW, the Fort Myers Beach VFW, and big hand for Tony. There you go. Very nice. You're going to take the third microphone and sit right next to Eddie Rude Jr.
Oh, boy.
How are you?
Good morning.
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you, too.
Yes.
You remember me?
I do not. Now, you called and told me we knew each other in a previous life. I'm old, so.
When I moved here 15 years ago, I lived in Gateway, and I was training at your gym.
Oh,
15 years ago.
That is a while ago.
Yeah, and then I moved out of that community, but I would see you from time again. At,
did he
LA
make you
Fitness.
like flip tractor tires and stuff like
No,
that?
that was a
That was his boot camp. I didn't sign up for that part.
He didn't need that.
Smart man.
So, where do you live now?
I live over in Eagle Ridge,
Okay.
so not far from the beach and close to the post.
Yeah. I don't know if you've noticed what's been going on the last 2 weeks.
I'll tell you, man, it's absolutely overwhelming. And I want to give a big shout out and thank you to Beach Talk Radio, the Yellow Army, for what you guys have done, because I was sitting with the commander 2 weeks ago, and we were seriously considering giving our flag back to the state of Florida after 58 years. Our story is no different than many of the residents and business owners on the beach. We got crushed by Ian. And with exceptionally slow season, we don't have the revenues to keep replacing the things that keep breaking. So we're like, what do we do? And Ken, the commander's like, let's do a GoFundMe. So we started the GoFundMe, and we hit that goal. And then Ed and Beach Talk hitched their wagon to our cause. And we went from 1 week up to $28,000, I think $565 with not including the matching. And our entire post, our members, our auxiliary, the community, the volunteers at that post are greatly indebted and appreciative, because it's truly overwhelming for us, man. It really is. And I thought we were going to close, and here we are. We got a fighter's punch and chance now to keep our post going, another 50 plus years. So thank you, Ed, and Beach Talk Radio.
That's great. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So just a little bit of history of how the whole thing came about. I saw a TV report. I don't know if it was Fox 4.
Yeah, they're coming tomorrow too.
Okay. Fox 4 did a TV report, and they were talking about how, there were some issues with some broken down equipment and the roof leaking and the whole thing. And then to see that it's been there for 58 years and there's even a possibility that it could close was just crazy to hear, because I've said this 1,000 times on the show. When veterans go to war and they come back, they should never ask for anything. Everything they need, not want, everything they need should be for free. It's the least this country can do for veterans. And then, so, we got to start to thinking, what could we do to try and generate a little bit more money? Because a GoFundMe thing is okay, but there's no emotion in the GoFundMe. You put up a link to the GoFundMe and you try and tell a story, then half the people don't trust the GoFundMe website to begin with. So I called a few people about getting raffle items. And this is how the whole thing started, where we just think you're going to get one or two things. So you pull out one winner and they win the prize. And I was going to charge $50 for each raffle ticket. Well, we wound up getting, a weekend stay here, weekend stay at the Pink Shell, at the Turtle's Nest, and then paddle boards. And there's so much shit on that. There's so much stuff on that donation list now that the one winner is going to get a lot of stuff. Now, if the one winner decides they want to put it back in and we keep drawing out names, that's fine too. That's got to be up to the winner. And then, Tony, when I tell you that, my phone just, every time we get a Venmo donation, my phone will zap. And just sitting here, we had $700 more.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's truly amazing.
Yeah, and
we've got a stack full of checks for you at the post, because when we learned that we're going to get that matching, people are like, "Should I give it to you?" Or, I'm like, "No, wait till Sunday.
Yeah.
Give it to Ed." But we've surpassed it.
We're already over it.
Yeah.
And the anonymous. So we announced that we're going to do this raffle ticket, and as I'm leaving the beach, my phone rings. Unknown phone caller. I never answer my phone, but I answered the phone. And gentleman lives on the beach. He said, "I want to help." I told him what we were doing, and he goes, "I'll match up to $25,000." And I was like,
"Yeah."
I mean, how many times do you hear,
amazing,
like never in your life does somebody do that? So I went to his house today and I picked up the check. I mean,
that's outstanding.
He's not in town.
That's outstanding.
Yeah, he's out of town, but he is going to call in tomorrow, so that'll be cool. during our show. We're going to do our show from 10 to 12 o'clock at the VFW tomorrow. It is open. What time can people start coming?
We're going to open the doors at 9, and we're
Okay.
going to start serving. The bar will open at 9, and then food's going to be by Rude Shrimp, who those folks came out. We coordinated with them. They'll be serving at noon. We do have Fox 4 going to come out and cover the event. And I went down. I'm a Marine veteran, so I went down to the Marine recruiting office, and we've got the U.S. Marines, active duty recruiters, and some of their poolies, their family members are going to show up because
nice.
the journey doesn't start as a veteran. The journey starts in the uniform, and then you become a veteran. And these active duty Marines are someday going to be the ones that are veterans running posts like this all over our country. So it's an important cause. I'm very passionate about it. I was elected in May by our members to be the quartermaster.
What does that mean? What is a quartermaster?
I'm the CFO. I manage all the finances of the post. Ken, our post commander, he's the CEO, if you will, which he'll be there tomorrow. And we have a leadership team that basically runs the post, and then we've got our trustees that kind of oversee all of us to make sure we're doing our jobs. So it's a group effort. We've got 5 absolutely wonderful bartenders that are just super awesome. One of the gals is our canteen manager, so she manages the canteen. And really, the rest of the post is ran by volunteers. Like, I'm a volunteer. We've got our kitchen staff that are volunteers. We've got so many people. We got people that come in that are plumbers. If something breaks, they'll come and fix it and just pay for the material. So it's a great organization. Really
is.
is.
There an auxiliary unit as well?
Correct. We have a big auxiliary, and the ladies there that run it are fantastic. A lot of our membership comes from them. They help raise funds for the post as well. So they will be in attendance tomorrow. So it's going to be a great event, and we're all excited about it. I think we're going to blow the doors out there tomorrow.
Yeah. What? How many members are there?
558 VFW members is what we have. Our goal is 650. And then not including auxiliary, including auxiliary, we're probably close to over 1,000 all in at that post.
Now, do the members pay a fee?
Members can pay either annual or lifetime fee. I'm a lifetime member, but the typical annual fee is $45. Our revenue is generated. Yeah, our revenue is really generated from our canteen food sales. That's where we generate. And of course, as you know, off season, like on a Monday night, we have 5 people in the bar. It's tough to keep the lights on. And then on a Saturday, like football season, we got the NFL ticket on Sunday. So after tomorrow's event, we'll have the games on, and we'll have people in there watching the NFL. So we'll generate, a substantial amount of our income on Sundays. And going forward, we'll start to double and triple our revenue and hopefully build up this reserve, take care of the vendors and some of the people that have been carrying us, if you will. I mean, I've got vendors that have still delivered services, and we still owe them a lot of money, but they're like, hey, just pay us what you can when you can. So this will help us get back on track.
Does a person have to be a member in order to say go on a Sunday to watch football?
No, not necessarily. They can be like all my kids are auxiliary members because I'm a member, so I sign them up as an auxiliary member. So you can be an auxiliary member, you can be a guest of a member, or you can be active duty service person, of course, is also welcome in the post, but you do typically have to be a member to get a membership there, or a veteran. And it's not just a veteran. It's typically you have to be a combat veteran.
Yeah.
You have to be overseas. I know the Legion and the VFW kind of have different rules.
The VFW is the Veteran Foreign Wars, is you have to have served in a conflict overseas. So myself, I did 2 combat tours when I was in service. And most of our members, I think you met Clarence. You'll meet him tomorrow. Clarence is 93 years old. He served in Korea. He's our oldest member, and we've got a corner in the bar. It's Clarence's corner. And when I first got there, I was sitting next to Clarence, and I'm like, hey, can I buy a drink? He goes, no. I go, why not? He goes, I drink for free. And I'm like, of course you do. You're 93, you're our oldest veteran.
Yeah.
So he's interviewed on your show some months ago, and he'll be there tomorrow. He's a wonderful human being and served in Korea. We got a lot of Vietnam veterans. The Brotherhood is there, and those guys are like my mentors, because when I went in the service, I was trained by Vietnam veterans. That was where I got my training from. I've got a lot of Vietnam veterans, Afghan veterans, Gulf War veterans. So we're constantly trying to get these new ones that are coming out to become members of our post. And that's how we keep our flag flying.
Somebody was saying to me that it's harder to get the younger generations from Iraq and Afghanistan to come and be members. Why is that, and how do you change that?
It is because I'll give you an example. I had a veteran in the other day. He served during Black Hawk Down, and he came in, and I'm trying to convince him to become a member, and he was very raw with emotion, and
Oh,
it's
I
a
see.
place. It's a place where you can come as a veteran, and like you can have a conversation with another vet, and it's a safe haven, if you will, right? Because people can relate to your experiences. So I just told him, hey, you're welcome here anytime, and when you're ready to join, if you want to become a member, we'll take you with open arms. But more importantly, like, just hate to see a guy like that that's struggling, and then he comes in and it's tough. You know,
A
people
lot
have
of
those
times,
memories.
service organizations like the VFW and the Legion, they will offer support services to veterans that are having a hard
We
times like
do.
that.
We offer. So one of the big things is when you get out, you don't really get like an instruction manual on how to become a civilian, right? So the VA is it's a big pain in the ass to navigate, you know, when you're trying to get benefits. So we help guys that, you know, need to go get the service benefit that they're entitled to. If you serve, you deserve, right? So if they got medical or mental, whatever issues they have, we help them navigate that process, help them get the service benefits that they're entitled to.
Yeah, I mean, you guys from the first day you go to training, you're trained to kill people and break things, and then when you come back from serving,
Yeah.
you can't do that anymore. It's like, how were you able
It
to
took me
deal
a
with
few,
it?
it took me a few years to transition. I mean, I you know, I've got some disabilities, and it took me a while. You know, I was going 100 miles an hour,
Mm-hmm.
and then I get out, and it's like, well, it's
Now
just
what?
yeah, like there's no manual. They don't give you a training manual to become a civilian, so you got to kind of morph back into that world. My son, he's 23. He just got out of the Marines 6 months ago. He's going to college now, but he wants to go back because he's struggling being a civilian. He doesn't know like
Really?
how to be a civilian again after 4 years. I mean, so I told him, like, just take your time, enjoy school. If you want to go back, do the reserves, man, because I don't want him going overseas anywhere. I'd rather have him home in America.
Yeah,
But
and this way you can go to Chicago
Yeah.
or California.
that's
and-
where he's at. He's in California right now, like living in San Diego. Not an awful place to live.
Yeah, very nice out
Yeah.
there. So the other thing I wanted to ask about was the suicide rate. I mean, how do we turn that around?
You know, that's a battle. I think the number is 18 to 19 veterans per day, and that's
That's crazy.
just like the you know, the guy that was in the other day, and like, you know, you worry about that. And what you want to do is you want to get ahead of it. You want to be able to talk to somebody, and you know, if like when you call the VA, as soon as you get on the phone with the VA, you get a recorded message that if, you know, this is in a medical emergency or you're feeling any suicidal tendencies, you know, call this number immediately. So there is awareness, and it's really sad and unfortunate, but I think a lot of the guys and gals that come back that may have, you know, the PTSD they suffered, they've seen stuff that they can't unsee, just it's hard for them to manage it. So through outreach, through some of the programs that we have, and then being part of the brotherhood and talking and communicating, I think that really helps. I mean, if I'm having a bad day, like, my relief is I'll go talk to another veteran, because then that veteran can relate to my experiences and kind of bring me back to earth and let me get my mind, you know, back to where it needs to
And I
be.
think that's a big purpose of the club as well. And
Yeah, correct.
There should be there's actually a difference between the post and the bar. And I think a lot of maybe the younger people think that this club is just a bar where these old salty guys go and,
Yeah.
and drink. And
They
it's
do.
much
Like, they
different
think
than
it's
that.
like this smoky, cloudy environment where people just come in, smoke and drink. And it's really, to your point, it's not that at all. We do have a smoking section. It is outside. So if you do want to have a smoke, you can go outside and smoke. But it's really a place where people come in and they collaborate. I mean, I was in there last night, and there was the Vietnam brothers were in there. And, like, you know, I sat and just had, you know, a nice conversation with those guys. A lot of them are volunteers in our post. A lot of them come in, they'll do the cooking, they'll do the cleaning, they'll do the maintenance, they'll replace the light bulbs, they'll sweep, whatever it takes. It's like we are all involved in just keeping our post active, ongoing, so we can continue to give back to our community and help veterans.
As the show's going on, Jolene donates $100. Roger Scarborough, who we haven't seen, he used to come to our show at Pete's Time Out, just donated $1,000.
Wow.
Lynn Smith donated $100.
Man,
Christopher Peterson, 50. Larry, 50. Donia donated another $100. Sue Vanderbilt, $50. Tina Clark, $50. I mean, it goes on.
It's amazing, and it's overwhelming. And like I said, we are indebted to Beach Talk Radio, to you, the Yellow Army, the people of Fort Myers Beach, the business community, the donations, the generous person. Like, I literally thought, honest to God, like 2 weeks ago, we might have to turn our charter over.
That's crazy.
We were, it was to a point where we were self-funding, meaning myself, the commander, our bartenders, we were putting our own money in to keep the lights on, keep payroll going. And this thing is just morphed into something bigger than I could have ever imagined. And we're grateful and indebted to this community and to Beach Talk Radio.
If you want to donate while the show's going on or until 11 o'clock tomorrow, it's by Venmo. It's Edward-Ryan-14. And I transfer all the money over, write a big check when it's all done, and it'll be part of the pile that we're bringing tomorrow. And those of you that sent checks in the mail, I tried to find your email addresses to thank you, but I've also saved all the envelopes for the VFW. I mean, the one day I went out to the mailbox and I almost couldn't open the mailbox. There was just so much money in there.
Wow. Does the VFW do other things? Is there food specials that you run?
Yeah, we have a kitchen, and we usually run lunch and dinners, and then we also have events that we hold. Like, for example, there's a community right across the street, Bayside. They do events there. When they come in, they'll bring entertainment. We'll have special food. We normally run food, but with Ed connecting us with the Rude Fish Company, they came in, and we're gonna have a special menu on this Sunday. They volunteered their time and their money and their effort to come in because they wanted to get behind this. So we're super excited to have those folks in, and we're going to maybe try to figure out, can we do more events with them at the post and, kind of change up our menu a little bit. So yeah, we have food and drink every day.
Yeah. And those guys were first right out of the gate. As soon as they heard that, they said they wanted to help out. And so we'll see those guys from the Root Shrimp tomorrow. I don't know how they're going to be set up, but everybody loves their food, so that's going to be great. Do you know what time they're going to start serving their food?
We decided we're going to kick the food off at noon because we didn't want to disrupt the show from 10 to noon. So because where the kitchen's located, we didn't want that traffic. So we're going to start food at noon right after the show's over. But the event is going to go all day. Like, I know the shows will be over at noon, but we're going to run the event all day. So it's going to be a great day.
And you guys have guests for us lined up that we can interview.
Correct. We've got veterans. We've loved some of our staff to be interviewed because without them, we can't stay open. And certainly some of our volunteers that come in and, help when things break down. These are all the folks that make this place run. So we would love to have all those folks too be interviewed because they're a big part of us.
Yeah, you just keep rotating them right up on the stage there. Dan will be there, Kim will be there, and thank God they're going to be there because I'll be crying half the time from all of this.
Yeah, you and me too.
All right.
Here I am. Hold it together, sir.
Anything else, Tony, that you want people to know about the VFW? Can
I think
how else can people help?
I think just showing up tomorrow, and this is a special day, a special event for us, and I'm grateful that the Marine Corps will be there. We would like to have the Army, the Air Force, the Navy, and the Coast Guard, but we had such little time to put this together. So I just went. I knew if I went to the Marines, they would be there.
I got one more. Do you guys have a color guard?
We had an honor guard, but some of the honor guard members just are too old to do it. But that's why we need younger members so we can get our honor guard back. But to answer your question, if we can get back to where we were, we'd like to restore some of those services, but we do need younger members to help us with that because some of the older guys that we're doing, it's too difficult.
It gets very hot here as well for them.
Sure.
All right, Tony, get out of here before I start crying.
Right,
so we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks a lot,
Thank
buddy.
You,
Thank you for everything. We'll see you. Big hand for Tony from the VFW, and we will see him tomorrow. And hopefully you guys can all come out tomorrow and hang out with us at the VFW, which is it's on, what's the name of the road it's on? Pine Island Road?
Pine Ridge.
Island. Pine Ridge Road. So all right, we'll see Tony. And any final thoughts, Ed, before I tell everybody about great sponsors?
That's great.
When I start to cry, that's when you step in, you idiot.
No, I wanted it on camera, but no, the VFW thing's a big deal to me. My dad was in service clubs, and this is the 10th. Speaking of crying, 10th anniversary of him passing away, and he was very involved in the VFW and the Legion, and I'm just proud to be a part of this.
Yeah. And thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. All right, everybody. Before we go, you can go if you would like.
All right.
I want to tell everybody about our two other sponsors of the day. Michael Stewart. I think Michael Stewart sponsored the walk around this morning, or the boat around this morning, which was done with my lovely wife that I think I'll see tomorrow or someday. I'll see her again. It'd be nice if she brought the baby tomorrow. Wouldn't that be nice? You know how many donations we could get if she brought the baby? Like, you get to look at the baby for $50. That's all. It's get away from the baby. You didn't pay. You know, I went over to Jilly's house this morning to try and help, and the baby's sleeping, and I haven't seen a baby that, like, we own in so long. So I'm just staring at the baby like, wake up. Just staring for probably 20 minutes. I just stared at the baby. So that is that. The Michael Stewart was a sponsor of the boat around this morning with the fine folks here in Fort Myers Beach. Thank you for inviting us to that. So give Michael Stewart a call if you want to build a building, a structure, residential or commercial, that actually stands up. It's going to be rock solid until the day you die, that's for sure. And even past the day you die. Because you want a structure that you only have to build once. You don't want to build one that falls into the dirt that you have to pick up and then call them to try and figure out how to fix it. Believe me, that's happened. You don't want it to happen by calling Michael Stewart first. Go to his website, mstewartpe.com. That's mstewartpe.com. Or call him on his cell phone. He's sitting in his car right now waiting for you to call him at 239-292-7670. 292-7670. And speaking of rock solid buildings, Power Block Builders. When your name is Power Block, you know you're going to get a rock solid house. 35 years of structural experience, a lot of it right here at Fort Myers Beach. They can build all kinds of beach homes, from stick-built cottage homes to luxury custom homes. They have a remodel department for all hurricane-related issues like roofing, drywall, stucco, flooring, and more. Give Oscar a call at Power Block Builders. Power Block is the number to call, 239-849-1919, 239-849-1919. We'll see you all tomorrow at 10 o'clock with the mayor at the VFW. We might see you at Oktoberfest tonight if I can stay up until 4 o'clock in the afternoon. See you. Bye-bye.